Hi all, I'm Raj. Raj Bisa. Again, it's a blessing to have an opportunity to shoot this particular podcast, mainly under the umbrella of AA Anytime with Sonu Kumar. Um, so Sonu, welcome.
Thank you, Raj.
Again, I'm so glad to be one of the hosts, or probably I can say I'm playing multi-role here. I might be one of the guests here on AI Anytime channel as we are testing the first podcast. But um, so my name is Raj Bisa. I come with multiple successful failures, I should say, going through the ups and downs of entrepreneur journey. That's how I propagate myself that I'm damn good at what I do. And we are damn sure about how things can turn around for businesses. And we are damn right about predicting the stats or the probably looking at the numbers, forecasting how the business will perform in the agentic AI world or in the contexting AI world. So that's me in short. Probably the typical LinkedIn headline or kind of intro which I normally give to everybody is like, I'm a solopreneur, I'm a freelancer. Instead of saying solopreneur, freelancer, I wish to market myself under the guidance or mentorship of Sonu Kumar or Venkat Garu from Kodryx AI as a dampreneur, because when you are in the proximity of people who are performing all the time, the chances of failure is not only less, but you tend to fail faster because many people fear failing. And I'm at a place where I wanted to fail faster so that I look at a different angle of success. So, with respect to this particular podcast, again, I request our host, Sonu Kumar. Uh, Again, we are swapping roles here. Again, he could be the guest here. So I request Sonu Kumar or Sonu Bhai or beloved Sonu Bhai from the AA Anytime to give a little intro about himself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raj, for having me here. Of course, we're gonna swap the roles as you rightly said. Hi everyone, I'm Sonu. You would have seen me, on YouTube and other mediums where I create content. I'm an ecosystem creator. Have been in the industry for almost a decade now, and have been actively working on artificial intelligence and subsets of AI like machine learning, deep learning, etc. And I have a YouTube channel named AI Anytime, and we also have a community that has stemmed out of that channel. And you also see it in the back, that the community where we do cutting edge AI research. We have this initiative called AI Gramsala, where we train, or we do boot camps, workshops in rural areas, and we also trying to empower that next 1 million AI builders and that AI literacy thing that we have been all talking. So that's what I do. I wear multiple hats. I'm a serial AI entrepreneur. Apart from all this content, I also run a couple of ventures in India and outside India also, and looking forward to having this interaction with Raj.
So, Sonu, you built AI Anytime, one of the largest learning space across social media, not only on YouTube, because I see the engagement on the LinkedIn page, and the learners are increasing on Instagram, by the way. So, what made you start this, or what made you create this AI learning space, or when did you get into AI?
All right, I think I'll take a step back, to answer this as a journey. I think YouTube. I never wanted to become a YouTuber. Honestly, it just happened on a New Year evening in 2022, where I thought, okay, I will create a YouTube channel where I will create content, because I believe I'm a very good teacher. Before this entire YouTube and community, I used to teach at a lot of conferences, or I'll say other forums, where I was like imparting my knowledge, that I have. I think we are all ordinary people with limited skill sets, but I started YouTube on a New Year evening, created a couple of videos, and I was like very demotivated because I was not having this subscribers count going up. Okay, but I created a video on Llama 2 that time. This open source model came out, Llama 2. I created a medical chatbot video and that went viral. Lakhs of people have seen that video.
Wow.
And now, that helped me grow my channel. And once we started this channel, right, we thought there's a need of having a community, because people want to be more cohesive. They have question thoughts. They want to connect. So we started this Discord, right? Discord channel where we have around 1,000 now members on Discord. We thought that Discord is still not, on a scale which is not being adopted by a lot of people. So we thought we'll have a WhatsApp group. So we created a WhatsApp group, and WhatsApp group is really good. I say there are around 800 people now in that WhatsApp group. There's a lot of learnings in that group. That I think you're also part of that group, you would have seen that. And now we're also now doing Instagram, we recently started, and LinkedIn. So we created these different mediums to create content. And the idea is very simple, to do project-based AI learnings, because I think that's really important. It's a very broad technology. It's really vast when it comes to artificial intelligence. People might feel very overwhelmed, with so much of things happening. So I think this has to be taught in a way mainly on project based, where people can easily grasp the concepts and they can learn faster. So that's the whole idea behind this AI Anytime YouTube channel or community.
So Sonu, you also work with lots of startups and Fortune 500 company and their teams. So what made you build your own ecosystem of learners like this community? Probably there will be a shift, or there will be a pivotal change, right? Like something which made you think like enough is enough. What was that moment?
It's a very good question. So, no, I have worked with a lot of organizations, startups, Fortune 500 firms. The community is a bit different. What we wanted to do majorly to perform AI research, because we are all researchers. Like I myself has papers published in some of the world's best journals like Nature, Frontiers, for example. And we wanted to do all this research because in our community, if you look at our core community members also, they also do a lot of research. And we thought we'll do meaningful research. When I say research, it doesn't mean that we put something out, for the community. If you look at one of our recent research papers, no, absolutely. I think we wanted to do meaningful research. If you look at one of our recent researches also, it was on MCP Guardian, MCP, which is an acronym for Model Context Protocol. That was recently, I think, few months back. It got all the hype and for all the right reasons, because it's an unified format to connect with different tools out there. So we did a research that was really well appreciated by the AI community. Its name is MCP Guardian paper, that if you read, where we created a middleware that helps you connect with these MCP servers securely, because when MCP was launched, it was, there was issue with vulnerabilities and attacks and whatnot. So very meaningful research and really cutting edge and whatever is required out there. One of our current research that we are doing is also on a router, where we are building a dynamic router that will automatically route to different models, because you see every week we are getting a new model. Google has released Gemini 3 recently, and one thing or the other is happening in this LLM ecosystem. So very difficult for enterprises to kind of find an optimal way to route models. So we are doing that research. So that was a major agenda, to do meaningful AI research and that spread it across the AI community, and that's why we did that. And also on doing these workshops and boot camps, because I believe that education has to be affordable. So I think one of the other aspect to it was doing these boot camps, because I am someone who believes that education should be affordable. This digital divide when it comes to artificial intelligence, when we go to rural areas and we meet with underprivileged kids or the students, we realize that there's a digital divide, and that's why we started AI Gramsala under AI Anytime. It's an initiative that I told you in the beginning also, That's where we're also emphasizing a lot. We go to rural areas in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka, and perform these boot camps. So research and this boot camp, the entire learning thing, and empower each other also. I think that's one of the most important thing that I see. The reason we are doing this.
That was one of the greatest insights which you shared, Sonu, because many people, they live in their own comfort zones in the corporate sector. They don't take up initiatives or they don't take risks. So that's again a breath of inspiration for any of the followers who think how a Anytime channel is gearing up for next million subscribers or learners through social media platforms. So Sonu, your work also focuses on agentic AI in healthcare.
Yes.
So for a newbie or for a layman, how do you explain agentic AI?
That's a good question because it's one of the most hyped techniques, I will say, nowadays. People have moved from generative AI to agentic AI. Agentic AI is where you have multiple agents performing certain tasks within a boundary, but they have more autonomy in sense. They are more autonomous. They can make decisions, after having discussions with either each other or learning by itself. There are different design patterns where they learn from all the outputs that they have been generating. They can criticize themselves. They can become better over a period of time. And also, when you talk about agentic AI, memory plays a big role. So memory is one of the most critical components of building a successful agentic AI product or a system. So I think memories and autonomy plays a huge role in agentic AI. These agentic AI, when we talk about these agents in a multi-agent system or a workflow, they have certain tasks to perform. They have goal in hand. They know their role pretty well that we set through some instructions, and that's how they perform this task. That's for agentic AI. And healthcare, I believe, as I have worked mostly in healthcare industry, I have built ventures in healthcare previously. So I believe it's a huge role to play there. Agentic AI can solve some of the complex problems, from automating clinical workflows, doing diagnosis, predictive modeling, and also in different domains or specializations like oncology, cardiology, and so on and so forth. Like currently also, you'll be surprised to know that we have been building a product that, of course, I cannot name it right now, but that's for radiologists, right? I mean, that's something we are doing that helps you generate insights from medical images, and that we have built completely around agentic AI stack.
In the scanned images.
Absolutely, all the scans images that you different modalities like X-ray, CTs, and MRI, and it helps you generate abnormalities, finding abnormalities or finding insights.
Okay, thank you so much, Sonu, for sharing that. So you started a Gramshala. What made you take this initiative to rural India? I mean, does rural India or tier 2 cities or tier 3, do they need AI?
I think 100%. I come from tier 3.
Okay.
If you know my native place, people are deprived, underprivileged, I just say. They don't have access to these kind of technology that is there for our disposal. If currently there are different perspective to it. I think people should have basic understanding of AI at least. I think that's really important. If you look at all the world leaders or the top leaders at the AI companies, they have been emphasizing on this, right? That everyone should have basic understanding of this technology because that's going to be the future. A lot of things are going to happen, right? People are talking about AGI, ASI, and so on and so forth. So at least we are not talking about that when we are going to rural areas. But I think there's a need. There's a need because people there are so confused. They don't know anything when we meet with the students, and they don't have so much of money to buy these expensive courses that people in cities they can afford. I think that's important because, as I said in the beginning, that I am someone who believes education should be affordable. And if you look at these companies like Google or Nvidia, they are now providing free certifications and courses on generative AI. We just go to these rural areas and try to show them a path or a direction that how they should get started. There should be a roadmap for them in their own languages. I think language plays a huge barrier when you see rural versus urban, and I think that should not be a thing. So we take trainers or we take people who are interested to join us on this literacy initiative, and they all are having these rural languages or the regional languages like Telugu or Kannada, for example. They go and empower these young kids, in their own languages.
Okay. So the word Sankhyantra, how did you coin the term? Like, is that a new word, or is it a word which is already in the dictionary? Because educating rural India is part of the AI literacy mission, which you already mentioned. So how did you coin the word Sankhyantra?
I have studied Sanskrit in my, I think in secondary, when I was like secondary schools.
Wow.
Sanskrit was one of the subjects. And Sankhyantra is it's a combination of Sanskrit words. It has come from Sanskrit. Sankhya, which is basically numbers.
Numbers.
It's related to computation, system. Yantra means it's like a system or a program. You have yantra. So it's two words, Sankhya and Yantra. So we combined those two words.
Wow.
In Hindi, we call it, guys, Sandhi Viched. Okay, I don't know the English,
Sandhi
guys.
Viched. Is it like numbering system?
It's not a numbering system. I don't know what we call that in English, but Sandhi Viched, where we combine multiple words, like a couple of words to form a single word. You combine two words to form a single word, and I don't know what they call in English, but Sankhyantra comes from these couple of words that I told you, Sankhya and Yantra. It's a computation system that surrounds, that's basically built on numbers and the similar concept, because computer systems, right? They all are built on numbers, binary values. So I think that's how it had originated. I wanted to keep a word from Sanskrit, and what we do, AI is completely built on the similar philosophy. So that's what it is, and now it's a registered company, Raj. So it's a Section 8 company. It's an NGO, and everything that we do at Sankhyantra is completely non-commercial activities.
So Sonu, what drives you right now, and what gets you up with energy? Is it all charity, or spreading the knowledge, or giving bhashan, AI gyan? Because most of the terms which you use, obviously, for a layman or for somebody who doesn't know the technical, because I've experienced the games which you have created, the game which you created with the
Spark cards, flash
with
cards.
the flashcards. So in fact, that games were really interesting. In fact, that made me that the game is one of the reasons why I'm associated with Anytime, or Kodryx, I should say. That was like hand holding me. So what drives you right now? What gives you the energy?
A lot of things. I think the sense of achievement, I think that comes from within myself. I think it's important when I do these things, I self-reflect, and I feel very happy on what I do.
Okay.
I would have gone to a corporate, and as of now I would have earned annual salary of at least 1 crore, honestly. But the self of achievement that when I reflect, when I go home before I sleep, and when I think about it, I feel very happy on what I do on daily basis. This imparting the knowledge or teaching people is of course a passion, and I think when I do it, it of course increases my knowledge of as well. And we want to make money. It's not like that. We have venture, we have a startup that I've been working on. Of course, there are commercial activities. We'll make money where we have to make money. But when it comes to education, I don't believe in that. Otherwise, I would have started selling courses and courses. If you look at my YouTube, I just create YouTube videos and very raw videos. I don't even edit them, like really fancy and all. So I think that's what it is. And I think I like what I do. I feel really proud on that, myself. And that happiness, when I go and for my sleep, I feel really happy.
Awesome. So there is a sense of fulfillment, sense of achievement, again, satisfaction at personal role and professional role. End of the day, all entrepreneurs do want to make money. Money is just the byproduct, as you mentioned many times. So what fear did you have when you took up this alternate path, as a founder again? Because
no fear. I don't have any fear. I fear nothing.
Wow.
I'm a risk taker. People who know me, who know my family, they know what kind of background I come from, and there are a lot of things that I don't want to talk in public. But I fear nothing. I'm a risk taker. I work hard. I work smart. I put a lot of effort into what I do, and I like to work with the best of the people. So as you said, that there's a less chances of failure when you work with the best of the people. But there's no fear. I don't fear. Okay. If I fail, I will restart.
Do you spend most of your time on dark web as well?
I do. I have worked with people, already are aware. I have worked with a lot of security agencies.
Okay.
I have a little bit of understanding of cyber security field, and I have worked with agencies to kind of help them wherever is required. I have really good understanding of this other world that you guys call it dark web or dark net. So yeah, I spend a lot of time.
Do
on
people make money? Like, can they monetize their skills on dark web? I always wanted to ask. This is a personal question.
100%.
It's not in the agenda. Huh?
that. 100%.
Not on drugs and mafia and all
No,
that.
no, no,
Not
no.
the AI gangster.
There's always different hats. You would have heard of, even in hacking, you would have heard of white hat,
white
and
hat,
black
grey
hat,
hat, and
and multiple hats you would have heard of.
apart from selling data, is there another way of making money?
Yeah, I think 100%. Lot of ways to make money
On
And I
dark
think
web.
On dark web, yes. But
Legally.
now that magnitude of definition or magnitude of that word legally is something that might be a topic of discussion.
Maybe
But
dark
I
web,
think-
I suppose, is illegal. I don't know. I'm just asking, is dark web legal?
I will refrain myself to comment on that.
Okay.
You have to ask people who have control on it. I don't have any control. I would
Okay.
not love to talk about it.
Okay. But I know there are lots of cybersecurity professionals, people from different departments, forensics, probably there are lots of other
Yeah.
big
Absolutely, they
guys
do it.
already monitoring all the time.
100% real-time monitoring, looking keywords, finding out threats, shadow intelligence, completely built on dark web. All these big intelligence agencies, they all have control on
So
it.
can the freshers or people from engineering colleges, whoever is sick and tired of waiting for their job opportunities, can they build their skills for dark web world? Because they say the real web or the internet is only tip of the iceberg, which is 20%, and the dark web is like 80%.
I think yes, it has to be. It has to be through a roadmap. I think students who are working or somebody who's waiting for a job, I think it's good to have a skill. Okay, in that field, you should learn. You should upskill yourself. Try to see this entire ecosystem of dark web, how you can create crawlers or how you can go and crawl onion pages and get some information. Nowadays, you can combine this new Gen AI or LLMs on the data or information that you are getting from dark web to generate different types of insights. A lot of things you can do. I think it's all about the zeal and passion, what one wants to do. But yeah, you have to do it ethically. Okay, but as I said, right, the definition of that word ethical is something that varies from people to people, organization to organization.
On a personal side, Sonu, what do you learn from football and cricket?
Okay, I'm more big on football lately. Okay, I think so. Both of them are a team game. I think so. Team game is very important. Individual performances might take you a little far, and that's what we see in the startup. That it's really good for, like, let's say when you're starting up, you need the best of the talents, but when you combine that together as a team, so I think it has to be a team game, and that's why we say it always had to better have a lean team. In a startup, you should always have a lean team. Okay, don't hire a lot of people. Hire individuals who can do multiple things. Okay, because we don't have a hell lot of budget like corporates in a startup. So I think team game. Never give up attitude, because in a startup you will see failures. Most of the times. But that never give up attitude, because I'm a fan of Manchester United. People who knows, they already know.
Yeah.
And we have something called Fergie time. So we have scored goals in the end of the games, like when you are like football are played for 90 minutes, right, as a game. We have scored goals in 90 to 94, 95 minutes. That's called extra time, and we have won matches. So I think never give up attitude. Be a team player. I think that's really important. And you have to be consistent. Look at cricket, for example. Look at players like Virat Kohli or anybody, Steve Smith. All these players, they're really consistent in whatever format they play. So I think consistency. You have to be a team player, and you have to have a never give up attitude to succeed in startup.
If you are from Team Arsenals, please do comment. Go Arsenals. But again, to wrap it up or to close on this podcast before we get on to AI Day session as well, let's have a quick fun rapid round. One book that changed you, how you think?
I'll say a couple of books, but one book is there, Ikigai, you see. Okay, I mean, If you ask, I read a lot of books around AI itself. There is a book that I have recommended you as well by Kai-Fu Lee. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a couple of books actually. AI Superpowers, AI 2041 is the latest book. How will AI look like in, like, let's say next 10, 20 years?
2041.
So Kai-Fu Lee is that AI, all his AI books is really fantastic. I'll recommend all of you to read that book actually.
He worked with Google China as one of the senior AI roles. That's what you mentioned. So what is the one mistake which made you better?
Okay. I think failures, failed a lot of times when I was like just coming out of college. Once I was a fresher, I started a venture and it completely failed because I made a lot of mistakes when I was working on that venture. But then from that entire learning experience, I took a note, I did a self-reflection, and again I started a startup and succeeded.
So in the interest of audience, again, let me ask, may I know what the venture is as a teenager? Because most of them will be into t-shirt printing or some documents.
It's very difficult to define definition of a venture. What I was doing, it was again a deep tech startup. It was based on, again, for medical imaging thing that we were trying to do now also. It was for radiologists that time as well, where you have different modalities and you use deep learning algorithms to generate insights and find out abnormalities and anomalies. That's what we used to do, but I failed in that venture because I made a lot of mistakes. I was just like a noob that time, coming out of a college, having a dream to build a startup, but I failed completely. But the learnings that I had helped me in the future ventures, and then I saw success.
Okay, so you never had a client on that dream project? Like, did anybody pay, or was it?
Nobody paid on that project actually, but we did I think we did a couple of research collaboration. That time, we worked with, we also got a letter from ICMR, if I'm not wrong, Indian Council of Medical Research, I think. We got a letter that they basically were saying that this might be used for, like, let's say in COVID times as well. Okay, when the COVID time came up, for all these chest X-rays and CTs, people were finding out the abnormalities or anomalies to find out COVID-19 positive and negative, because RT-PCR used to take a few days in that time. So I think we did some research collaboration, but nobody paid, and it was like we didn't have any fund to survive.
Okay. So what is the one belief you dropped in the last 5 years? What did you have, or did you go through any limiting beliefs?
I don't think so. I'm not a person like that. I'm too busy in my life. I know what I do. I don't have time to think about those things actually.
So one habit that improves you every single day?
Be consistent. Consistent. I still read books. I still read a lot on daily basis. I spend an hour and two on daily basis to read about what's happening outside. I still look at Reddit. I still look at Hacker News. I still look at I still go to podcasts of Lex Friedman or anybody else, right? A lot of podcasters out there. I spend a lot of time.
Yeah, could you name the podcasters so that others can become another Sonu version or another clone of Sonu AI anytime?
No, they can become better than me. I mean, I just said in the beginning, right? I'm limited. I'm a very limited skill set, very ordinary person with a limited skills. I think they can all become better than me. That's
By
how
watching whose podcast?
Lex Friedman is really good. I think if people should watch his podcast. If you are in AI, just watch Lex Friedman. That should be good enough.
Okay. And AI anytime.
That's good for videos, project videos.
Okay. One thing India will lead in 2030.
Difficult question. I cannot foresee on what we can really lead. Maybe we're already doing really good, at least from an economy side. We are saying that we are world's third largest economy or fourth, something. I think we'll do good in technology. I think we are doing good now in the AI space as well, but not like China and US. But
so what is one lesson which every founder should learn early?
Have a good co-founder.
Okay.
You should always have a good co-founder. I mean, it's you are also a solopreneur. I mean, it's good nowadays. It's become a little easier to build businesses because of all the tools and technology we have at our disposal. But if you are a founder, have a very good co-founder. I think that's an advice that I'll give.
So, what sparked the idea for AI Day? We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, enough days in a week and enough days in a calendar. Why another AI Day? Should a particular day in 365 days should be dedicated to AI? Okay, what sparked you the idea of AI Day?
No, we'll have a lot of days. Actually, we'll have a lot of AI days. You will see a lot of AI days in near future. Why we started it, and this is going to be our inaugural day event. A lot of my subscribers and community members, they say they want to meet me, in person, and they want, because I go to a lot of other events and conferences across the globe.
Okay.
They said, when are we doing our own by AI? Anytime. I said, now we do it. So we had a discussion internally with our core members. We realized, okay, because I think we can do really well, because we have the ecosystem with us. We have the YouTube channel, we have the people, we have the distribution channels, we have all the members that we have the people who can support us. The only thing we have to do is streamline all together and do our 100% and do an event. So that's what we are doing.
So, what makes this event different from other AI gatherings in India?
This AI Day, it's again very practical. The theme is around agentic AI. We have things like context engineering. We have future of jobs in AI era, because there's so much of confusion, about jobs. The students, the freshers, they are like confused what to learn, what not to do. So I think we are bringing these experts from industry, academia, startups, etc., that they can share their perspective. So that's also a topic. We also have a topic around fitness industry and how AI is impacting the fitness industry. So yeah, I think the theme is around AI, and I think here we can learn from each other and empower, in this AI Day. That's one of the days. I said there will be a lot other days in future.
Awesome. So, what makes this event different from other AI communities or other AI gatherings is completely wrapped up just now. So, Sonu, with respect to the number of registrations, as you mentioned in the beginning, before we started this podcast, it had crossed more than 260. So, what makes you think is the current demand right now?
No, I think, as I said, right, look at our experts or the speakers. All these guys who have registered, they want to hear the panelists, the speakers. That's the first thing. They want to meet them in person. We have some industry experts coming out, and they're really doing good in what they do. So I think these registered participants, they want to meet them in person. Also, my topic, I am taking a small session on context engineering, because people have been talking about it. I will simplify that topic for the audiences.
What's context engineering?
It has, I don't want to make this podcast really technical, but just to give you an insight, when generative AI was on the rise, when ChatGPT was launched, people are talking about prompt engineering. It was one of the most highly paid jobs, at that time. Now people have moved from prompt engineering to context engineering, and it all happened, of course, for all the right reasons. And how the term was also, coined, like even Karpathy talked about it on Twitter or X now, that context engineering is the next operating system for AI agent.
Wow.
Now, in the context engineering, it has everything, all the context, all your inputs, all your prompts, outputs, the logs, verbose, and the memory and everything, all the knowledge bases tools. All this context become available for the agent workflows that you have. So what happens is in this, that it becomes more contextualized, less hallucinations, can really perform better, whatever tasks we give it to them. But there are issues related to it. You have context pollution, context garbaging coming up. Let's say even if you start putting a lot of garbage value in the context, the memories, it will again pollute it, right? The pollution will happen, it will again start doing hallucinations. So those kind of technical jargons and terms are there, context pollution, context offloading. So I'm going to simplify all this. Yeah, I was talking about 𝐍𝐸𝐸. 𝐍𝐸𝐸 is now, of course, he's on verge of leaving Meta. He was Meta's AI head for many years. Wow. He's also a visiting professor, I think, at New York University. One of my idol, I'll say. I of course, he does not know me, but I've been following him for, I think, last 10-15 years. Really inspired by what he has published, what he has done, the entire, like, you would have heard of convolutional networks, CNN and all, for people who are watching it. They're all, of course, he was like the pioneer. So he said when very early stage that LLM is as dumb as parrot. He said LLM will not take us to AGI. That was his statement. I completely agree with him 100%. And recently people have been started saying that it's an LLM bubble, it's not an AI bubble. Because AI is not a new technology, it has been there for so many years. It's coined in 1956 by McCarthy's and Minsky at Dartmouth conference. So not a new technology. It has, terminologies have changed, it has evolved. So I was just re-quoting LeCun that LLM is as dumb as parrot, but that was few years back, couple of years back. Now if you look at models like Gemini 3, they have been performing really well like other recent models. So that's a statement. When people like him make these statements, I think you have to respect the statement because they can foresee future we cannot see.
So for a first-time attendee, for a beginner or for a fresher, what can they expect at this event apart from too much of learning? Are there any other expectations for a beginner, like a fresher or a first-time attendee?
Stay foolish, stay hungry. Have you heard? So I think for a fresher, I think important to have that curiosity. Be curious in the event. Don't think a lot that I will learn everything in that 4 hours of event. It doesn't work like that. I think just come up, enjoy the time that you are having, interact with the speakers and the fellow participants, try to learn from each other what they are doing. Be very calm and composed and take it easy. Don't take too much of pressure on learning everything at once, and just have a positive intent and be curious and enjoy the event.
I guess it's Steve Jobs' quote: "Be foolish and stay hungry."
Yeah, what did I say? I said stay.
No.
All right.
Wait, stay foolish and stay hungry. I guess those words, being foolish or hungry, I think came from Apple founder Steve Jobs. So many people fear about job loss due to AI. What part of this fear is real?
It is real. As we all can see that people have been laid off by companies. There are layoffs happening in thousands. We are seeing numbers, right? Companies like Amazon and IBM, etc. They have like fired people. Microsoft, not to forget. And I think this was bound to happen because of few reasons. Of course, the companies have overhired in COVID times or just after the COVID. So they are now, if you look at services company, they have so many people on bench, they do nothing. So why should now company pay for them? So they say you find a project or will just fire you. So that's one thing, that's the reality. The other thing is due to AI, this AI hype or the pressure is coming up from investors now, in these companies. So they are replacing for, I'll say, a few business processes, few profiles, not all. I think the job role will get changed, not that all the jobs will get replaced. As even NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang was saying, right, that it's not that AI who will completely take your job. I mean, somebody who is using AI will take over your job, right, your role. So I think that is something people should do. They should upskill themselves. If they're not working in the field of AI, they should start using AI tools. Don't worry about creating LLMs from scratch, not required. Just learn AI tools at your workplace, whatever you do, see how you can use it for improving your productivity and whatever task you do faster and better. I think that is there. And again, I'll just say that companies are also looking at each other and they are firing based on competition as well. So this will happen whenever evolution happens. There will be some, we call it collateral damage. You would have heard that word. That there is some job losses will happen. But it's very unfortunate. But I hope this has to be regulated. That's what I think.
Mainly for the AI recruiters, do not hire faster or fire faster. Probably बहती गंगा में हाथ धोना.
I mean, we call it बहती गंगा में हाथ धोना. I mean, as I said, right, companies are looking at each other and because they have overhired. I mean, they have the pressure. They don't probably have the budget. Also, market is volatile. Let's say not a lot of fund is out there. But I'm not somebody who is sitting at that boardroom, so I don't really understand what happens.
So what roles will grow faster as AI is spreading across industries in the next 5 years or 10 years or in the day? So what roles do you think will grow faster?
There's a lot of new roles have been created. People are selling courses also. AI generalist, for example, LLM generalist, LLM psychologist, AI generalist, right?
Can I be an AI generalist?
You are already an AI generalist, Raj. You're already an AI generalist. You have been working with all these different AI tools. You are using those tools in your daily life workflows to become better and also improve on what you do, you're already a generalist, because you're already working with these AI tools.
Knowingly or unknowingly, I use these tools for my survival. Probably I use them because it makes my work faster, easier, simpler. So knowingly or unknowingly, got
Absolutely.
aligned to it.
Absolutely.
Um,
I think people should have basic understanding. I think hands-on, you just do AI tools.
Become an AI generalist. Go to Kodryx AI training page or AI Anytime training page. Become an AI generalist. Join us. Click the link below, or we'll put it in the description somewhere. I don't know, is it good to become an AI specialist, becoming a context engineer, or which is better? Which role has
No,
better?
I mean, you cannot directly become a context engineer. You have to have better understanding of system design or agent design patterns. I mean, those are complex thing. It's not that easy how it looks out from outside. It's always easier to become a generalist, I will say, rather than becoming a specialist. I am someone who believes in the latter part of it. It's becoming a specialist.
Yeah.
And I think it takes years and years to become a specialist.
Cardiologist, like becoming going to a cardio or a surgeon is as good as like becoming an AI trainer, because we can't use the word AI trainer because you should have an in-depth knowledge of many things. Probably again, so that's the toughest part. Becoming a specialist
Yeah.
is one of the toughest parts. So which role is going to grow faster? Becoming an AI generalist?
Become an AI generalist. If you want a bit tech role, AI engineers are like we are looking at more tech-oriented job role in the industry. I think, trust me when I say it, software development engineer still plays a huge role, honestly.
Okay.
SDEs, but they just have to bring little bit of AI into it. I think engineering and system design still plays a huge role in all of those things that we are doing. AI generalist, AI engineer, SDEs focus if you are more technical. If you don't have enough technical knowledge, then you can become an AI generalist and still survive.
No, India is the GCC capital of the world, as many say, like the global capability center. So can can India become an AI hub for the entire world? As in, people also say we are the service capital of the world.
That's a very good question, actually. I mean, I will not say that because I think we are a bit behind when you compare us with China and the United States of America. When we see this AI race, China is doing fantastically well, actually. I think we can still become AI ODC as a service, offshore development center, ODCs, because we can train these guys on AI and still provide to companies outside India and have the similar ODC setup or a structure. I think we can really do it. GCC is a bit different. It does not only evolve around AI. It's overall tech capabilities, and beyond that, I think yes, AI ODC as a service. A lot of companies will start offering from India because the labor rate is really affordable. I'll rather say, not use the word cheap. People will not take it in a good way. But yeah, labor rate is very affordable. That we already started doing it. We are providing AI staff. We are doing AI staff augmentation. We are augmenting the staffing side on the AI, and we also have an AI ODC coming up as well.
So AI automation, AI voice agents, AI support, again, that's another.
I mean, there are different, of course.
Everything falls under
different domains and requirements. But when I say ODC, we'll just provide
ODC
you
stands for?
Offshore Development Center.
Oh, everything falls under that umbrella.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And we're already doing that. And successfully, we are working with US clients, and it's going good.
So Sonu, you're bringing AI and fitness together, as we have one of our AI fitness influencers on the stage. How is fitness industry going to be revolutionized with AI technology?
I think the whole idea behind bringing Miss 𝐶𝐫𝐚𝐻 for this AI Day event, by the way, she is a fitness influencer, like she's a researcher and a nutrition expert. I think you would have seen companies like, let's say, 𝐾𝐫𝐴I. There's a startup where they build a very simple mobile application where they use vision models, where you can take an image of your food or whatever source of foods you are having, fruits and whatnot, and it will help you all the nutrition count or the calories and everything. A simple app that startup did, and they become like $1 million startup later on. So I think researchers now in fitness industry, they are using AI. They use tools like Notebook LM, Perplexity for deep research, finding out case studies and research papers. They are decoding human anatomy with AI. They are learning molecular biology. They are learning a lot of things with the help of AI, because AI, this makes learning very easy. And you can create synopses, you can create notes, you can generate a lot of findings from this hell lot of information and data from different sources. And that's how this fitness industry is also doing it.
So, what is one message you want every attendee to take away after being there on the AI day?
Come back again after 2 months. We're gonna have a we're gonna have a conference planned, very big conference planned. Of course, you have to return back for that conference, and we also do a lot of skill development programs. So participate in those skill development programs. Will try to help you, from different ways or mediums. So I think that's what I will say.
Thank you so much, Sonu. It's an awesome conversation so far, and for the participants, this might sound like a semi-techie, but again, we would love to see you here as a guest. We would love to see you probably through collaboration or through contribution, and go hand in hand with us to accelerate your journey or AI journey through AI anytime. So one last question, Sonu. Thank you so much for all the valuable time. So what is the one prediction which you have for the next year, 2026?
I think, should I say OpenAI will go bankrupt?
Oh God.
I should not say it. They will kill me. I think this LLM bubble will burst, but AI will keep going.
Okay. What does that mean? I didn't understand what the LLM...
I mean, as I have been seeing, right, every week a new model is coming out. They are just improving by little bit on different benchmarks or multiple benchmarks, right? And I think there is a law of scale, right? You can only scale up to certain extent. Like, it doesn't mean that you can keep on making your data sets bigger and bigger, and you think that you will have a better performances. I don't think so. Maybe new architectures will help, but yeah, I think this LLM bubble will burst. Okay, people will stop, believing that much into bringing a new LLM. Maybe working on new architectures and combining this already available LLM with different, techniques or technologies, and improve AI as an overall tech. And I think maybe quantum hype will again boom next year. People start talking about quantum again, so I think that will also happen. No, I mean, if you see, I was reading it somewhere. I think I also created a video on that. Oh, there's a memo leaked out. I was telling some of my guys, I also teach people, as you know, right? So I was telling some of my guys that there was an internal memo leaked out when it was, people were saying that Sam Altman is now in fear that Google has been doing really well, and I think, of course, they're doing really good in post-training of models. There's a word, technical jargon, post-training, where you basically, fine-tune and all pre-train or a foundational model to become a very specialized variant of that model, for different domains or tasks. So he is now in fear that Google is doing really well. They will take over. They are like very ahead. They are moving faster. But he also said that they will also catch up. OpenAI will also catch up. But Sam Altman is in fear now. That's what we heard.
And this is a question from my personal side. Again, this is nothing to do with whatever we spoke in the last 30-40 minutes. But there are hundreds of subscriptions based upon the AI tools. Is there a workaround, or do we still need to break our bank to pay the $15-20 monthly for all these AI tools? Like, is there a kit which can cover almost all the important tools? There are lots of other free tools, but what is your strong recommendation to mainly the beginners or solopreneurs or freelancers, or for dampreneurs?
Dampreneurs. I think that's a very good question. I mean, there are service providers, there are platforms where you can use multiple models from a single platform on a single subscription, I think that's also Dhruv Rathi's new platform. He launched an AI startup, I think, last month. Dhruv Rathi, we all know him.
Yeah.
I think from where you can use multiple models from a single subscription. I think that's what he also provides. A lot of other startups are there that they do it. But I'm not sure about different AI tools, like let's say InVideo or Pictory or Opus or Gamma or JSpark. I don't think that there is a single platform where you can bring all of these. It becomes very difficult. But models, if you want to use LLMs, 100%. There are different platforms like OpenRouter and a lot of other platforms that you can use, from a single subscription, you can use multiple models.
So for students out there, or mainly for teenagers, stop wasting your time ratifying things, I should say, for bookish knowledge. Get your hands on, or probably get your hands dirty on exploring these tools. And big thank you, Sonu. Stay tuned for the next episode, because we would love to see you as a guest on AI Anytime podcast. Of course, the calendar is booked for next 180 plus days, I should say, or probably for this entire year, because of a kind of guests which are lined up, with Sonu being the host for all the other participants. But if you are, if you really engage well, and even if you are a school goer, or even if you are a student from high school, it doesn't matter. Your studies or your background doesn't matter, even if you are from Tier 2, Tier 3. And if something really catches our attention, mainly the moderators, that means, I should say, you can be a guest on the AI Anytime podcast. Not just being the guest, but there's so many other surprises which you can reveal.
Absolutely. Of course, thank you so much, first of all, for joining me here today. Of course, guys, you also subscribe Raj's Dampreneur. He has a YouTube channel. He also does a lot of great things when it comes to content, because I believe content is king today.
Yeah.
People who have control over content, they are the king. So please subscribe to his channel, Dampreneur. Also look at his clinical stories, you say?
Clinician stories.
Clinician stories. So also look at that. Please join us on AI Day on 29th November if you are in Hyderabad. We're also going to do live streaming for this event, which is planned on November 29th. We start at 10 a.m. sharp from Draper House, Hyderabad, and it's going to be a really fun event, I suppose. So thank you so much. We wrap this up, and we see you on November 29th.
See you there. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you.